Hello. I just wanted to bring you a couple of notes about some things that I was thinking about that actually affected my day today. So, my kids have been with me for a little bit longer than our normal schedule because their dad had to go out of town for work. So I have been very tired and exhausted because it's not our normal schedule. But two things that I wanted to bring to mind: the language that we use with our babies, with our children, in this process of divorce and being in more than one home now. So, one of the things that I used to say to my kids is how I miss them, which I do, but I try to be very, very much aware of how everything I say and do impacts them, especially when they're not with me. So, the reason that, this might not seem like a bad thing, but it's not necessarily something that is going to help them during this time. So, me saying I miss them, I try to change the language of that if I speak to them on the phone, because I don't want to get off the phone with them when they're at their father's house and now they're sad because they miss mommy and mommy misses them. So instead of that, what I try to do is say how I can't wait to see them, which might not seem like a different thing, but it's a tone and it's something to look forward to and get excited about. So this morning, when I was talking to my youngest, my 6 year old, and I always try to prepare my kids so they know the schedule as much as I can. So I reminded them, daddy is going to, you're going to spend the night at daddy's house tonight. So, I was teasing my youngest and I said, daddy had to work. So I got to be with you all this time. I got you all to myself. And that just filled him up. He was so excited, just feeling as if he was the prize. And that's really important. The way that we feel during this time is really important. The way that our children feel during this time is really important. So giving him the sense that he, is so special and, I got to be with him just, made him so excited. So, things like that, just a little bit of a tweak on the words instead of saying, I'm going to miss you, looking forward to, okay, this is what's happening then, and this is what's going to happen, coming up, and we're going to get to do these things. And it's just a little bit of a difference, but really a big difference, especially in their world, where it's not necessarily so sad, but this is one of the things that we're looking forward to. So when we have our time together, this is something, even if it's watching a movie with mommy, whatever it is, it's something to look forward to as opposed to, I miss you so much and I'm so sad, And I always celebrate, you know, you get to spend time with daddy. Daddy misses you. It's so wonderful that you're going to get to spend time with him. Even if I'm super sad, which a lot of times I am, um, giving them that, just knowing that I'm empowering them makes me feel so much better. But that brings me to my second point. When we're not with our kids. Now, as tired and exhausted as I've been, because our schedule changed for this week, I still immediately, and I think a lot of us do this, as soon as I know I'm not going to be with my kids, then I'm like, oh, I miss them already. Okay, I need a break. I'm also relieved. I'm like, I'm going to rest. I'm going to recharge. So even though, it might not be our first thing, that's another thing that we need to do for ourselves. During this time, try to do something for yourself. Okay, tonight I'm going to go and eat. I'm bringing my work with me, but I love my work, so that's not a bad thing. Doing work, going to dinner, and possibly going to work out tonight. That I'm not sure about. But the point is recharging and giving back to yourself. And what that does is when we see them, we're regenerated. It's really important because if we don't take a little bit of time for ourselves, then we're not necessarily going to feel it, feel that we got that rest, that time of rest when we rejoin, with our kids. And, I'm a mom, I'm realistic. I know a lot of times this is time to even catch up because we have a lot of things to do for our children. But if we start to think this way, if we get a little bit more conscious of doing things this way and say, okay, you know what? I might need to do these things, but I'm going to take this hour of time, this whatever it is, to do something for myself, even if it is, you watching a movie by yourself, your mommy movie or whatever that you weren't able to do when the kids were in the house. Something for yourself, it's really important. It's really necessary. And honestly, it's another thing that we're doing for ourselves, but this also helps them because the more depleted we are with our kids, it doesn't serve them. It doesn't serve you. So try to put in that time for you and, work on that positive, empowering language. And that'll make you feel better that when they're not with you, you know that they're good. Okay. Talk to you later. Bye.